Okay, guys. So now, on this video, we're going to do a simple things because the pressure pass, when we put the person on knee shield, the goal is to pass the knee shield. There's different things we're going to try. I'll say the most simple position we can use to get past is when you're trying to get the shoulder over there, which is something that usually I'm constantly trying. It doesn't mean that I'll get on the first time, but as the fight progresses, I'll learn the time. Suddenly, if I see an opening, my shoulder can go over. But remember, this position only works if I'm leaning forward. If I'm not leaning, it will never work because you're just going to hold me as I move forward. So as we're in the knee shield, I'm leaning my weight over. Look at the angle. Keep the leg stiff. So my body, look, I'm leaning over. See, my back is not straight, my body is leaning forward. So I'm leaning and my bottom leg is out. So my weight is on him. So now I'm gonna push my shoulder. I'm gonna open my shoulder and my elbow is gonna go over that leg. The thing that he would try to block is the arm. So I'm trying to go over and then I collapse straight away. The one thing that you always have to be careful as I'm trying to go over is the underhook. You don't want to go straight to a position when he's taking your back. That is, I would say, the one main risk that when you're trying to go over, because I have to kind of open my elbow, it leaves a gap. But knowing that, if as I try to go over that knee, if I feel his arm shooting under my arm, the moment that I go over, I'm going to collapse my body down to his hip. I want to lean over his arm. I want to put all my weight on top of the arm so he cannot progress to the underhook. And then my next goal is to put him flat on his back. Now he's completely blocked. We're going to grab the head. And now we got the half guard, which that is our goal. From the half guard, there's a lot of things we can do from there. That's not the goal now to pass the half guard. The goal now is to get past that knee. I'm already sort of towards the half guard. The knee shield, I'm over that leg. If I get over the other leg, that means that I get to pass the guard, right? Of course, I'm simplifying, getting over the other leg. That does not mean passage. We have to close the gap on him. But what is holding me back now is that knee shield. Of course, not just the leg, also his arms. But if I can, look, I have to open my arm. See that there's a gap there, which sometimes they do try to get the underhook. My body straight away collapses. Now I'm getting my elbow down to the floor. And then my left leg, I bring it. Now I put him flat on his back. It's difficult for him to descend, grabbing his head. And then, now press the shoulder in. Now I can switch, get the underhook back. And now we got the half guard. Just one detail. For me to try to pommel over his arm, notice that for me to do that, because now I'm able to lean my weight on top of his arm. When I do that, I push my leg back, because now my hips are much heavier. So I switch the weight from my upper body, which is leaning towards his arm, to my whole hips and body. So when I pull my arm away, I'm still leaning. Now I palm underhook, and then I go back to mine. Or if you prefer, some people might prefer to keep the leg in. I'll say, I would bring my leg inside. After I got palm to palm, I go shoulder. I will say, don't go palm to palm. Reach over his armpit. Because now I can keep his arm relatively free. Press shoulder. Hook it right inside the knees. and pass the guard. But like I said, the goal, the half guard, there's quite a few variations, the person can do this, can do that. The main thing we want is to get past that. This was one of the ways that we're gonna do. There'll be other videos showing different ways. One, we cannot just get in the shoulder.